Good afternoon, everybody. All right, so my first video for today, anyways, is a review of the first two games of the day. We got 8 more to go, but the evening's done a little bit earlier, so I may be able to get a news video done later as well. There's enough, and I looked earlier and I was like, yeah, there's not really enough here. We'll see if there's more injury news and things to talk about. But at any rate, we're going to talk about these two games that have already transpired today, starting with the Winnipeg Jets and the Washington Capitals. So Oshie, game 1000, they had a nice ceremony before to recognize game 1000, which was a couple of games ago for him. It's Hellebuck versus Lindgren in this one. Good early back and forth. Schmidt has a sharp angle shot that's held. Appleton's denied on a 2-on-1 rush. The shots are 4-0 Jets at 3 minutes. And when you have these ceremonies before the games, it can be a bit of a sluggish start for the home team. That can happen. But the Caps woke up pretty quickly. Ovechkin has a rush chance, that's saved. Malenstein has a rush as well, that's defended. The Caps press at 5 minutes. Monahan has a shot that's blocked as the Jets press. Iafallo has a net feed, that's picked off. Perfetti has a 3-on-2 chance, that's kicked aside. Caps draw a power play. There's an early clear by the Jets. Then there's a shorthanded DeMello near miss. Good puck pressure by the Jets on the penalty kill there. Caps cycle late, but that's killed off. And then things get pushed on a hole by Lindgren because that's how these things work. Caps press with 4.5 minutes left. The Jets block. Ovechkin to McMichael. There's a near miss there. Connor's denied and close. The Jets press in the final minute, but it's 0-0 after 1. And one thing that you learn with Caps games is the longer that it's scoreless, better chance you have that the Capitals are going to win it. So second period, the Caps press. There's a near miss for Strome. Jets get pinned down a bit, but they clear it, and they don't allow a shot on net during that either. The only shot on net is by Winnipeg 3.5 minutes in. More pressure by the Jets 4 minutes in. We get a crossbar for Monahan. Near miss for Toffoli from the slot. Power play for the Jets. They cycle. Connor has a shot that's saved. The Caps failed to clear. They do kill that off. There's a near miss for Ehlers right after it's done. So there's too many Caps on the ice. Jets go back to the power play. There's an early cycle. Connor to Monahan. That gets blocked. There's a near miss for Monahan after that. Puck's cleared out. It's killed off. Shots are 8-1 for Winnipeg with 7 minutes left. But again, Lindgren's quite good. Jets press with 4.5 minutes left. Niederreiter can't bury one in close. The Caps rush the other way. And with 35 seconds left, the Caps get a power play. So that rolls over into the third period. We're still tied at 0. And again, the longer this game goes, the more it feels like a Caps game. If it stays scoreless. So there's a near miss for Oshie to start the third. Puck's cleared out. Late cycle, the Jets block, and then Carlson buries one from the high slot. Pacioretty and Oshie with the assist. That's at 1:21. Connor has a 3-on-2 chance, that's kicked aside. The next chance for Connor, that's saved as well. At 3:36, a goal that was originally given to McMichael, but it's now credited to Ovechkin, which makes sense. He was the first one to the bench for the high five, so it was his goal. Ovechkin from McMichael at 3:36. That puts him 47 goals away from Gretzky on the all-time list. The Jets look to respond. That's 5-hole on a face-off win, 47 for 49 from 99. Anyways, Jets press to respond. Things get pushed in a hole by Lindgren. Like I said, that's how things go. Shots are 5-4 Jets at 5 minutes. Connor has a turnover chance, that's held. The fans call one, the referee does not. Monahan fires one high, the Caps clear, and then at 12 minutes, it's Ovechkin with his second goal of the game. Strome and Oshie with the assists, and he just dekes around Hellebuck and buries it. That puts him 46 behind Gretzky. He's going to catch Gretzky. 1:06 left. The Caps get a power play, and that essentially ends it and means they're going to get the shutout, and they do. Final score is 3-0 for the Caps. They go to 35-26-9. They jump past Detroit into a playoff spot. With the loss, the Jets drop to 44-22-5. And you'll notice an up arrow because Caps went up on the power rankings, a down arrow because Jets went down on the power rankings as a result of this. And that's something I'm going to be doing most reviews next year. So, next season, and I don't mean like I'm going to start January 1st of 2025. Anyways, shots on net, 9-8 Winnipeg in the first, 11-3 Winnipeg in the second, 8-7 Washington in the third. Final shots, 27-19 Winnipeg. Power plays, the Jets 0-2, Washington 1-3. The hits, 29-19 Washington. Hellebuck saves 16 out of 19 at one end. Lindgren, 27 saves for his 5th shutout this season and his 7th shutout overall. Yeah, the Caps are finding a way to make the playoffs by the looks of things, and it may not be the prettiest style of hockey, but it's winning more often than it's not, and winning 3-0 means their goal differential gets a little bit better today. So yeah, we'll see if they can keep it up. And the other finished game today is Pittsburgh and the Colorado Avalanche. And this is why the Avs are never out of a game. I feel bad for Pittsburgh. They're just the latest team to become victims to this. So, it's Nedeljkovic versus Georgiev. Teams exchange rushes. Letang has a slapper that's held. Georgiev looked sharp early, and he had to be. The shots are 7-1 Pittsburgh 4 minutes in. So the Penguins come out, and they have a lot of energy early on. Avs press at 4.5 minutes. We get a power play for Colorado. There's a shorthanded rush by Eller that's defended. Penguins clear again. Power play's killed off. No shots on net. The Penguins rush, and then shortly after that rush is done, Puljujarvi scores at 7:53 from Smith and Crosby. He buries that one in close. That was the 9th shot on net for Pittsburgh. The Avalanche had 2 to that point in the game. Malkin then has a net drive that's defended. The Avs are getting zone time, but the Penguins are protecting the net. They're not allowing a lot of shots at this point. We go more than 5 minutes without a whistle. Rust's denied in close, and then he puts it around Georgiev on a net drive after that. It's Rust from Crosby at 15-11, so Crosby with 2 points already in the game. Penguins press with 3 minutes left. Crosby, honestly, continues to have a great game here. Eller has a sharp angle shot that's saved. The Avs really flat to that point in the game, but again, I've talked about the Avs now. They don't have to play a full 60 minutes. They don't really have to. McKinnon has a rush that's defended. The Penguins clear. And yeah, it's 2-0 after 1. Second period. The Avs press at 1.5 minutes. They're still having issues getting shots on net. They would fix that, though. Makar has a screenshot that's saved. The Avs press after that. Next chance for Makar is caught and held. Wood has a net drive that's saved. There's a post for Parise. There was a review to see if the Avalanche scored during that play, but nope, did not go in. Shots are 4-3 Colorado, 6 minutes in. Pettersson has a slot shot that's saved as the Penguins press. McKinnon has a shot that's blocked by Joseph, or a rush that's blocked by Joseph, and McKinnon didn't like it. He thought he was interfered with or hooked on the play, so he was not a happy camper. Penguins press at 8.5 minutes. Taves has a slapper that's held. There's a delay of game call, gives the Penguins a power play. There's a shorthanded 2-on-1. Cogliano fires wide there. Malkin has a rush chance that's saved. There's a post for Duhaime on a shorthanded rush that actually ends that power play. Makar fires one wide as the Avs press, and then after Crosby's denied on a rush, he scores on his next opportunity. Crosby from Puustinen at 13:47. So it's sort of like he watched Rust earlier get denied and score anyways, and Crosby's like, well, I can do that. So that makes it 3-0, and then at 15:40, Joseph wires one past a screen. Crosby with his 4th point of the game with his 3rd assist of the game, and suddenly it's 4-0. So really quiet crowd in Ball Arena. However, not quiet for long. 25 seconds later at 16:05, it's Walker. This one's past a screen as well. Parise and Colton with the assists. He fires that one and ends up top shelf, and so it's 4-1. And there's that Sean Walker again. Avs press for another. Momentum for Colorado after getting that goal. We have a post for Walker on a rush, and then Trennan buried in close. Duhaime with the assist. That's at 19:30. It's 4-2 Pittsburgh after 2, and it did not feel like Pittsburgh was likely to win the game, even though they're up by 2 because the Avs are the Avs. Third period, the Avs press at 1.5 minutes. At 3:32 on a really nice cross-ice pass from McKinnon, Drouin buries one, so McKinnon's home point streak is now 34 games from the start of the season. Taves with the other helper on that one, makes it 4-3. Middlestad then runs into Nedeljkovic on a net drive. Ned said he was okay and he tried staying in the net. I think the concussion spotter pulled him though, so he does get taken out in favor of Jari, who played a little over 10 minutes of the game. So McKinnon has a net drive that's saved. The Penguins press at 5 minutes. We get a power play for the Pens. Early clear. Puustinen has a shot that's blocked. That power play gets killed off. One shot hit the net. The Avs rush after it's done. Nichushkin's robbed in close. Nedeljkovic holds. Avs press with Jari holds. I wrote Ned. It's Jari that holds there. Avs press with 9.5 minutes left. The Avs get a power play. Makar fires one high. It's cleared out. Power play's killed off. One shot on net. Penguins press with 6 minutes left, and this is where Nedeljkovic ends up returning, but he can't go back into the net because there's an icing call, so they wanted to put him in, but they couldn't, so like, all right, we'll wait for the next whistle, and the next whistle is after a goal that ties the game. McKinnon scores from Drouin and Taves at 15:22, so Ned goes back into the net, and we go to overtime. In the overtime, yeah, the Avs don't waste time. 54 seconds in, Drouin buries one on a rush for his 2nd goal of the game. Makar and McKinnon with the assist. That's the 25th comeback victory for Colorado. Colorado's never out of a game. They win 5-4 in overtime. They go to 46-20-5 with the win. With the overtime loss, Pittsburgh drops to 30-30-10. But yeah, so if you look at this, you'll see the dashes. That means it did not have any impact on their standing in the power rankings. Again, Pittsburgh, I thought, did well, but they lose a 4-goal lead. In Colorado, down by 4. Whatever, they come back and they win, so it's Colorado. Shots on net, 15-4 Pittsburgh in the first, 15-12 Colorado in the second, 10-7 Colorado in the third, and then the only shot of the overtime, that's all they needed. Final shots, 34-30 for Pittsburgh. Power plays, both teams 0-2 on the power play. Hits, 19-13 for Pittsburgh. Nedeljkovic saved 21 out of 25. Jari saved 4 out of 5. And Georgiev saved 30 out of 34. So there you go. You're caught up for now. We'll see what happens in the rest of the games. We've got New Jersey and the Islanders starting in about 10 minutes' time here. So that should be fun. Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.